let's get started because I don't have time for this fucking bullshit. Time for the rest of your picks. Well, let's go. Falcons going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Bucks. End of story. Moving on. Vikings going on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Vikings got screwed, I guess, by the officials because Dalvin Cook did not fumble, even though there was no conclusive evidence to prove that he did not fumble because where the fuck was the ball? I get it, you gotta use common sense, but, at the same time, the ball needs to be visible in order for an overturn to happen in that situation. And it didn't happen like that. And as far as the Arizona Cardinals go, they beat down a pretty overrated Tennessee Titans team. I figured it was going to be an offensive shootout. Instead, it turned out to be a blowout. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals to beat the Minnesota Vikings here because, and frankly, I expect the same results from last week. I expect it to be another blowout for the victory for the Arizona Cardinals. Titans going on the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Fuck you, Tennessee. You suck really fucking bad. And not only that, the running game didn't get going. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure I expect the running game to get going against the Seattle Seahawks either. I understand the Seahawks front seven is very suspect, but the Titans have to travel to Seattle. So not necessarily an easy thing to do, especially when it's the Seahawks home opener. Go ahead and take the Seattle Seahawks to defeat the Tennessee Titans. Cowboys going on the road to take on the LA Chargers of San Diego. The Cowboys, okay, great. They played tough against the Buccaneers. Some might say the Buccaneers are a tad bit overrated in terms of, and their secondary could be very suspect if one of their starters is out for a game, and Dak Prescott did a great job of exposing that. The Chargers, I'm not so sure how the Chargers will. However, I still don't think Dallas is getting their first victory yet. I know what I said about the Chargers, about them being overrated, as far as people saying claiming how good they are. But with that being said, go ahead and take the LA Chargers of San Diego to defeat the Dallas Cowboys. Chiefs going on the road to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, the question for the Ravens is, will Lamar Jackson finally beat the Chiefs? This is tough because on one hand the Chiefs had to come back against Cleveland, but then again Cleveland is actually a good football team. This isn't like the Cleveland Browns of 3 seasons ago or 4, whatever. And on the other hand, though, you got the Ravens, who are a little bit banged up right now, and their defense kind of sucks a little bit. I mean, your only running back is Lamar Jackson, and the problem is he's the quarterback. We'll see what Latavius Murray and Le'Veon Bell can bring to the table, but go ahead, but I just don't see it happening. Take the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the Baltimore Ravens. And last up on the Monday night game, the Lions are going on the road to take on the Green Bay Packers. Hold up. Excuse the fuck out of me. Anyway, the Lions, I'll give them some credit. They nearly came back to beat the San Francisco 49ers. That game scared the shit. that game did scare the shit out of me as far as the Niners were concerned, because what the fuck were they doing? Why were they not putting the Lions away? They eventually won the game, but yeah, I was not necessarily impressed by the Niners in that one, which has me worried about them facing the Philadelphia Eagles today. And then you got the Packers. Wow. I guess that's what happens when Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up for minicamp, OTAs, and training camp. I expected a little bit of rust, but wow, that was clearly the worst fucking game that Aaron Rodgers has ever fucking played his entire career. That should not even that should not be up for debate. The play calling in that game against the Saints did put the Packers even into a deeper hole when you actually watch the game, you know. God. Look for the Packers to defeat the Lions, I guess. The Lions are still have a long way to go. But I will say that. But I'm going to say this right now. The Green Bay Packers are not going to the Super Bowl. They're not. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay after the 2021 season. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know where he's going to end up. People are saying the Denver Broncos. I'm not buying that shit yet. I understand the Broncos have a ton of cap space next year, which would make people think that Aaron Rodgers is going to go to Denver, but that doesn't mean jack shit. Disclaimer, lots of teams in 2022 as of this moment have a lot of cap space. So give me a fucking break on that shit. But anyway, let's see what happens when week 2 of the NFL season is all said and done. That's it. That's all. Till next time, later, fuckers.